Hi, science communicators. I'm excited to be talking about our focus this week, and it's going to be hopefully a really fun assignment for you. I am going to be having you do a review of a educational display, a museum, a zoo, um, and if you have a transportation issue, the Wisconsin Science Museum is an online source. But we are lucky to really have a lot of free science spaces in Madison, and a lot of people don't even know about that, or right outside of Madison. So I have a list for you, but they include places like the Space Place. The Washburn Observatory on the UW campus does viewings. The UW Geology Museum, these are free. The Chazen Museum of Art, so we can think of arts and humanities and how they depict science. The UW Physics Museum, the Henry Vilas Zoo, the UW Arboretum, which a lot of people don't even realize is a research facility, Olbrich Botanical Gardens. And if you were adventurous and wanted to get outside of Madison, nearby we have the International Crane Foundation in Baraboo, Cave of the Mounds, or you're happy to visit a state park. Governor Nelson State Park is located on the north side of Madison on Lake Mendota. But what I would like to do is have you take a look at how they communicate science. So, what kind of signage do they use, for example? And feel free to take pictures or video to add to your report. But you want to document your experience there through notes, photos, recordings. Also, if there is a docent, someone who works there, feel free to interview them, ask them some questions, or other visitors, and ask them what their favorite display is and why. And it might be really interesting to find out that it's communications has played an important role in why someone visits a particular place, whether or not they take children, for example. So we always want to be thinking about who is our audience and are we communicating in a way that is accessible to them. Consider the diversity of the audience and also the diversity of the communications. Are there digital displays? Are there hands-on opportunities? Any ways to be more interactive? So people learn in various ways. There's auditory, so perhaps there's a recording and you can follow along with a recording. Other people are more visual and they learn through video or reading something, maybe a brochure. But many of us are also kinesthetic in that we need experiential to learn. And so that may involve an activity, but it could involve hiking, maybe a area. For example, UW-Madison has signage that they point out effigy mounds on campus and offer a First Nations walking tour. So it's up to you to find your location. You're welcome to reach out to others in the class. Our emails are available on Blackboard or post on discussion board if you'd like to carpool or go with someone else. So I want you to write a story then, this can be first person, about your visit and explain the approaches that are used to exhibiting science. I want you to really maybe take it in, sort of a fly on the wall, and I want you to write about what you see and hear and feel. How does the exhibit make you feel? Does it leave you with unanswered questions? What might those be? What are you hearing others say who are visiting? And so I'm really interested in hearing about what some of the key lessons are. And does the display invoke curiosity? Did you learn something? And if so, what are some of your key takeaways? Then I want you to think about social media. And if you were putting a review online, how you might communicate that. So I would challenge you to create a hashtag. So on X, also known as Twitter, a hashtag that you could come up with, and it may be the name, hashtag the name, but a couple others then that would be descriptive. So thinking of keywords someone might search to be able to find this particular exhibit. So I want you to have fun. Spend the time that you need to. Please consider free resources and know that an online exhibit would also be acceptable. The main questions you'll be focusing on is the presentation succinct and informative? Is it overwhelming, too confusing, too scientific? Do they speak to research? And if so, how is it conducted? Why? Are the results important or impactful? And again, to be thinking of accessibility, how easy are the visuals, for example? Are there alternatives for people who may be blind or colorblind? Are there accessible options for people who are in wheelchairs? Even things I like to think about, is there parking? I mean, sometimes that is a deterrent for people, for example, to go to the museums at UW-Madison. They're just not really easily accessible. And does the visit increase your critical thinking, decision making, problem solving? And so I hope this will be fun. It will require you to probably get out, and so I am making that your focus this week. We won't have a lot of other material, but I'm looking forward to your discovery. And please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Okay, have fun, enjoy, find a new favorite place to explore.